You go ahead. This is my first rodeo. I'm following your lead.
Participatory sport.
I understand that. You go ahead.
When you went back and looked, third down numbers were not good, but what wasn't happening on first down for you to maybe get your offense jump started a little bit?
Well, I thought they did a good job of making Austin run the ball, and we were one-on-one with the safety matched up with him, and they were tackling us for 2 or 3 yards, which was putting us behind the chains a little bit. And in retrospect, you probably would have liked to give the ball to the backs. They didn't carry the ball enough. As you go back and watch through the film, but the backs needed to carry the ball a little bit more.
Just how did the offensive line handle that front and their, that athletic ability?
You know what? They weren't bad. The issue was there was always one extra guy in the box that you can't account for, and then they were dropping the safety down as the second extra guy to handle the quarterback. But I thought they matched up with the guys that we were able to block relatively well. And that's why I said we probably should have did something a little bit schematically different to get the backs more carries instead of having the quarterback carry the ball all the time.
So you didn't want Austin running that much? Or there was just, you felt like there might have been more opportunities for the back?
We could have created more opportunities for the back to run it a few more times.
Okay. Sorry.
That's right.
What kind of second half adjustments did you make offensively?
We wanted to continue to run the zone read and hopefully pop a few of those things. I think that we wanted to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands a little bit quicker. The problem we had in the second half was we weren't creating enough plays. And what really happened in the game, as you go back and study the film, we gave up 17 points directly related to special teams. They hit a big return coming out of the half, 3 points. 2 punts later, they ran back for 30 yards, 7 points. And then the block punt was another 7 points. So that's 17 points, which puts you, we went from 24-17 to 41-17 in a hurry because of those 3 special teams plays. And now you got to change your whole way of thinking after that.
You had said, I think maybe it was on Thursday night on your radio show that, in terms of the receivers getting open against that coverage, maybe some red routes, maybe some kind of quick slants and stuff. Did you see that develop throughout the course of the game, and then you didn't maybe hit those, or?
We threw a couple. Again, we didn't have a whole lot of plays.
Yeah.
That's the issue. When you get behind and you're 3 and out, and you don't convert one of those slant balls or one of those rub routes, which we did call,
Mm-hmm.
You're punting the ball again, and the defense is back out there.
Your first 2 games, you're running an average of, I think, 88 plays those first 2 games, and then I think you dropped to 64.
Yep.
This game, I mean, does this offense need 80-some plays to be effective?
Well, I thought their defense was really good and put pressure on it. I mean, that's a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I would say no to answer that question. Obviously, you have to establish some rhythm. We never got into a rhythm at all in the second half. I didn't feel like. You have to establish some rhythm by being able to mix it up, run and pass. So that's something that we have to continue to work to get better at.
Kugler had mentioned after the game, we just didn't execute. Sometimes that's something that guys just say. But did you see on the film then that there were some plays? Do you have specific examples of maybe, a couple plays on offense where you were?
We were close.
Like that?
No, we were certainly close on some plays, and you got to break a tackle now and then to make some of those big plays, or you got to hug the tackle on some of those zone plays where that aim is trying to feather the quarterback in the back. Try to get back right off the tackle's butt.
Mm-hmm.
So we were close on some plays, and you got to hit a couple of those plays against a good defense to get the thing sparked. We missed an outcut to D'Angelo on our sideline, would have given us another series of downs. It was 3rd and 6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
We threw an outcut to him, and we didn't complete that ball. But yeah, it was some plays that we may have left out there.
The second play of the game, holding after a 21-yard run.
Yeah, that was a big play for us. I don't know, it was a 20-yard run by DJ, and we got, banged for holding by the center. But those things happen throughout the course of the game. You hope they don't happen, but they did.
Just, for this team to overcome a situation like that, and then you had 10 penalties, and then the turnovers? I mean, they're not where you want them to be in dealing with those adversity plays, but do you feel like they're closer to doing that as opposed to last year and 2 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. They're definitely closer. And what we talked about last night as a team was, the things that will get you beat. And it was directly related to a few things. We missed tackles, obviously missed a lot of tackles. We also had those special teams plays that crushed us in that third quarter. And then you can't turn it over. And when you're playing good football teams, those are the things that you have to overcome and not shoot yourself in the foot.
How many missed tackles?
Over 20.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a lot.
And you had how many in your first 2 games?
10, 11, 12, somewhere around there.
Hmm.
And they all came, not all, but a lot of them came late. And the other thing about it was we missed some tackles in some critical situations where we had them third and long. We missed a tackle and the quarterback rolls out on another one where we had him, potential sack. We missed the tackle. So we missed some pretty good tackles. A lot of them came late. The defense had been out there for a while, but some of them did not come late. So that's one of the things we got to get better at.
Yeah, because you had them 3rd and 11 late in the first half.
It was at the run that Bentley missed the running
Yeah,
for
yeah,
16.
that was a big one. It was because they were trying to get out of the half. They ran it on first, threw it on second, threw it incomplete, and they were running it on 3rd down. We were going to call a timeout if they didn't get it, and we missed the tackle. And then the next play, they hit a 35-yard run, and then a couple plays later, they scored a touchdown, which was a big series. It was a 17-17 game. That's why I showed those guys that it's a 17-17 game with about 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the half. And, we got to stop them on that drive. But even though we don't stop them, it's 24-17. You come back at the 3rd quarter and had some messed up special teams plays.
Why did you take the win to start the 3rd quarter?
Because I thought it was going to be a 4th quarter game. That's exactly why I took it. In retrospect, obviously, right? But I thought we could kick it down, stop them, and keep that thing close, and then have the win in the 4th quarter.
Virginia, just in my opinion, Virginia Tech's offense didn't seem scary. Like, it didn't seem like it had, Ford's pretty good, but, with that backup quarterback. And, so I think just for me, the surprise coming out of that game was that I thought the defense was going to be able to play better. How do you look at the defensive performance, I guess, versus who you were matched up against? Yeah,
I thought they played well in the first half. They did. You watched the series. They were knocking them back. They got out. They missed some tackles. If they tackle a little bit better, the numbers will probably a little bit better. But then obviously they broke down in the second half. And really, there wasn't a whole lot of breakdowns other than the missed tackling, but we had some poor special teams play that hurt us.
Just Jimmy, Marcus,
Yeah.
and Michael Rouse.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a pulled hamstring. He's questionable. Marcus Bailey is getting an MRI today on his knee, and Michael Rouse has a bruised knee. He's probable for Saturday. It's probably going to be a little bit sore throughout the course of the week.
And Gregory was limping late in the game.
He's fine. Yeah, someone stepped on his foot. He's fine.